Hello class. Uh, in this video I'm going to tell you about input statements. In last video I'd told you about output statement. In that output statement we have seen print SOP system.out.print or system.out.println. Okay, but we will see today in this video uh, input statement. Okay, this is for class 9th. Input statement. Okay, input statement, if we are talking about input statement, means the statement, listen carefully and you have to write the statement that is used to input value into the computer or into the program. That statement is known as input statement. Okay, simply you can say a statement that is used to perform input operations, that is input statement. Okay, there are two types of input statements. Number one, implicit input statement and explicit input statement and explicit input statement. Implicit and explicit, what is the difference between implicit and explicit? Okay, implicit, suppose using an example I am going to tell you this. Suppose if I have a variable, if we have a variable and we want to store a value into that variable, then there are two ways. The first one is this and the second one is this. If we put our value into the variable directly, or we can say in compile time, that input operation is called implicit. Okay, if we put the variable, if we put the value into the variable directly in compilation time, that is implicit input. Same thing, if we put the value into the variable in runtime, mind this point, in runtime, then that is explicit. In compilation time, that is implicit. Or you can say, if we put the value directly into the variable, that is implicit. If we put the value into the variable using methods in runtime, that is explicit. Okay, for example, you have already seen in implicit, if I explain this, suppose we have a variable integer a. Okay, if I put a value, suppose my value is 5, if I put my value like this, a assignment operator 5, it means I am putting the value 5 into the variable directly using this assignment operator. This is called implicit input. Okay, but if we want to perform explicit, we want to perform explicit input operation, then there is need of some methods, some classes. Okay, here need of, I am writing need of some classes and methods. Okay, but here you can see directly we can put our value into the variable, this is implicit. But if we want to put our value into the variable, then there is need of some input classes or input methods. Okay, then that is explicit. Today in this video we are I am going to tell you about this type of input operation. Okay, explicit input operation. Okay, explicit input. If you want to take explicit input, then here, as you can see, need of classes and methods. There are many classes and its methods to perform explicit input operation, but we will see only one class to perform explicit input. Okay, and that is scanner class. Okay, scanner is a class. As you can see, I have written here scanner class. Scanner is a class that is stored, or that has been stored in util package, where it is situated. It is written, or it is in util package. Okay, in util package it is found. And if we want to use this scanner class, then first there is need to import util package in our program. After importing the util package, we can use this class. Okay, using scanner class, in scanner class there is a method, there is we can say there are many methods to perform different kind of input operations. Different kind of input operations means, if we want to perform we want to take a number, we want to input a number, then to take a number there is another method, and we want to perform string operation or character operation, there is another method, there will be another method. Okay, so scanner class is a special class which contains some special methods that is used to perform explicit input operation. Mind this point. This is responsible to perform input operations, because this class holds many different methods that using that we can perform in explicit input operations. Okay, here in scanner class there are different kind of methods to perform different types of input. Okay, first thing, how can we use this scanner class? Okay, if we want to use this scanner class, then there is need at the top of program क्या करना पड़ेगा, import java dot util dot star. First thing, this point you have to write at the top of your program where you want to perform explicit input operation. Okay, after that, in program section, I will tell you in the program, in program section there is need of an object of scanner class. Mind one thing, S should be capital, scanner class. Okay, and how can we create an object of a scanner class? Like this, scanner, then here object name, is equal to new scanner within bracket system dot in. This is the syntax to create an object of a scanner class. Here the object name you have to write, you can write any name, using identifier rule. Like if you want to create an object of a scanner, you can write like scanner. I am taking object name SC is equal to new scanner, then system dot in. Here you have to mind one thing, S should be capital, S should be capital, here also S should be capital, but new should be in a small letter. And what is the role of this new keyword? This is the board question. What is this new keyword? New keyword, you have to write, new keyword is used to create an object. New keyword is responsible to create an object of a class. Scanner is a class, SC is object. So this new keyword is responsible here to create an object of a particular class. Okay, this is the way by which you can create an object of scanner class. If once we create an object using this object of a scanner class, we can perform different types of input operations using different types of input methods. What are they? They are, let me write, suppose I am writing data type, different data types, and the scanner method. I am writing method, data types and methods. Okay, if we want to input integer value, then we can write like this, next int method. Okay, integer, if you want to perform integer operation to input if you want to input integer value, then you can use next int method. Same thing, if you want to float, same thing, you can write next float. If you want long, you can write like next L capital long. Here you can see I capital, F capital, L capital, and double. Here all the letters are small. If double value you want to take, then you have to write next double. If you want to take char, means character value, then to take a character, okay, before character, let me tell you about a string. Suppose you have a string, you want to take a string value, here S should be capital, this is not a data type, this is class. Let me write the class, string class. It means you want to take a string type value. Okay, if you want to take a string type value, then you can use next or another method, next line. There are two methods, next method or next line method. Both you can use for string input. Okay, but what is the difference between next and next line? Next means, and if you will use next, this will take a single word. If you want to take multiple words at a time, it means you want to take if you want to input a line, a whole line you want to take, then you can use next line. This will accept space also. Like suppose you want to take sacred heart, it means sacred space heart. Okay, but if you will use next, only one word will be accepted. It means sacred will be accepted, heart space heart will be removed. But you want to take Sacred Heart both word, then you can use this method. How you can use, I will tell you further. Okay, and the next one is char. Suppose if we have a char data type and means character, if we want to input a character, then mind this point, because it is always difficult, it is very hard, always it is in the program it is asked a character value to input. If you want to input, then you have to write next dot char at 0. This is 0. Okay, next dot char, char, small letter a capital T, char at 0. Okay, suppose you want to take a single letter, you want to input a single letter, that is a character. So if you want to input a character, then you can use this method, next dot char at 0. Okay, this point you will study in string operation. I will tell you in the further chapters. Okay, this is the operation of string. Okay, using this string operation we can take character value. But if we want to we want to input a word or collection of word or statements, then we can use next or next line. Both are used for string operation. This is for one word, single word, this is for multiple word. Okay, these are the basic data types and these are the basic methods to perform explicit input operation. Okay, but how can you use this? If you want to use, then let me tell you one example. Okay, if you want to use this, for example, suppose integer a, if you want to input a value into this a using explicit, then you can use like this: a is equal to sc dot next int. What is this sc? This sc is the object of scanner class. Okay, it is necessary to write this object, is necessary, this object is compulsory, because if you will use this object, then you can use this method. You cannot use directly this method. Okay, if you want to use this method, or you want to use all these, if you want to use all these methods, then there is need of this object. You have to write this syntax in your program once. Okay, it is not necessary for this there is need sc, for this there is need to create, like there is need to write this statement, for this there is need to write this statement. It is not like this. It means once you have to write this statement in your program, after writing this statement in your program, you can use this sc many times for many methods. Okay, by this way you can perform different operations. Suppose I want to perform string operation, string, suppose s, and I want to take a value for string, then I can write s is equal to sc dot, because sc I have already created, that's why I can use sc dot next. This is for one word, or I can use s is equal to sc dot next line. Okay, this or this for string. Okay, if suppose if we have double, double. Suppose I am taking a variable b, so I can use b is equal to sc dot next double, and this. Okay, here sc is an object. Clear? Okay, for example, suppose an example, write a program to input two numbers and perform addition operation. Okay, so first import java.util.star, then class, suppose prog, I am taking 4, public static void main string args, and then scanner sc is equal to new scanner system dot in. And this program I have already told you in the previous video. Integer a for first number, b for second number, and c for result. And after that I am giving message input first number. Here this is just a message, input first number, but how can we perform input? A is equal to sc dot next int. Sc dot next int, I have already take sc here. And for second number, same thing, we have to write first message input second number, and we can write b is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, here we have taken first number, second number. After to perform addition, c is equal to a plus b. Okay, and after that just print your addition, sopln addition is equal to plus c, and close main, close class. Okay, because you can see here this main open, main close, class open, class close. Okay, this program I have already told you in previous video using implicit input, but here you can see this is using explicit input. Okay, using this technique you have to perform other programs like subtraction, multiplication, division. Just do that program. If you have any doubt you can ask me. Thank you.